So, Acho, was it the right move by the Jaguars to release Tebow now?
No, it honestly wasn't. They should have released him yesterday. So let's be real. The Jacksonville Jaguars did not release Tim Tebow because they found out he could not play the position. It's not what happened.
That's not what happened?
Not what happened. The Jacksonville Jaguars released Tim Tebow because we found out he couldn't play the position.
I'll give you some of that. Damn! See, you talk about Tebow. The Lord have say. Oh, Tebow, you got that power. I'm a believer. I hope it stay this way.
Hey, Tebow didn't do that.
What do you mean Tebow didn't do that?
I said Tebow did do that.
Yo, you better know that.
Let there be light. Yes. And then there was light.
Oh, I love life. Keep going with your take. I dare you. I dare you. I never dare you.
Tebow! Tebow!
Tebow, no, I'm on this side. You saw he was still lit over here. He still had a little light over here. I'm with you, Tebow.
I'm low-key shook.
Yes, you are.
I know you're not supposed to talk about one of God's prophets like that. But I have to do my job, Lord.
Oh, you about to be
I got to do my job. The Jaguars did not cut Tim Tebow because they found out he was sorry. They cut Tim Tebow when we found out he was sorry. That always happens in life, Sal. You don't really punish somebody until everybody else sees what happened. And as a result, you now have to punish them in order to avoid backlash. Tim Tebow's been practicing for roughly 2.5 weeks now with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sure during the course of practice, he has gone up against better defensive ends than he went up against in the third and fourth quarter of that Cleveland Brown preseason game versus the Jaguars. So now you get released. You get released now once we, the viewer, the fan, the analyst, the audience finds out he can't play the position. You already knew he couldn't play the position. And by you, I mean everyone associated with the Jacksonville Jaguars staff and roster. They all knew. But when we found out, it's like, he got to go. So that is my first thought. Oh, I got thoughts. The other reason Tim Tebow had to be released, and I'm going to give you 3 primary reasons that Tim Tebow had to be released.
Rule of 3.
Number 1.
Rule of 3.
Tim Tebow was ruining the integrity of the Jacksonville Jaguars roster.
Or stop.
He's ruining the integrity. You cannot have the best 90 football players on the team see Tim Tebow play and still really believe that that roster has full integrity. Number 2, Tim Tebow was undermining the legitimacy of the Jacksonville Jaguars roster. Don't sit here and tell me that we are trying to compile all of these players to breed the best competition and let that be a part of the competition. Number 3, Tim Tebow was ruining the potential credibility of head coach Urban Meyer. Marcellus Wiley has been there. I have been there. Fans, you may not have. But every day, the head coach during training camp will stand in front of the team meeting and will utter these words. Men, we're going to put the 53 best players we can put on this team, along with the practice squad players. Man, right now we have the 90 best players that we can assemble, and we're going to make sure the competition is great. You can't claim to have the 90 best players possible if Tim Tebow is out there putting that on tape. So, Tim Tebow, being a part of the roster, was going to ruin the credibility of Urban Meyer. He was going to ruin the legitimacy of the roster, and he was going to ruin the integrity of the roster. As a result, the Jaguars did do the wisest decision in releasing Tim Tebow.
Oh, okay.
I made it through that tape.
Yeah.
I made it through.
Boy, but the afterlife is going to be different for you now. You talk about Tebow like that. No, it's not the right move, but I understand why they did it. This is going to be a little more nuanced than I like it because I like to go out there to the extremes. I'm extremely in love with Tim Tebow as a person. I was in like with him as a player.
Amen.
Shut up.
I got to atone for my sins. I got to atone for my sins, y'all.
Oh, man. But in this take right here, I want to just start off and say Tim Tebow was in violation of the relationship he had with Urban Meyer that gave him the opportunity in the first place. Here's the violation. Urban Meyer, silently but deadly, mentioned to Tim Tebow without having to say it non-verbally, look, there's one reason I'm going to cut you, and only one reason I'm going to cut you. I don't need you to go out there and prove you're good. Just don't prove you're bad. That's the code. Look, you my homeboy, you my neighbor, you my best friend. I'm going to hook you up. But there's one thing you can't do. You can't go out there and show them you can't do it. You can go out there and ball all you want, and everybody be like, yeah, pat me on the back. I'm like, whatever, I'm just hooking the homie up. It ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. Our team is not built from the bottom up. It's built from the top to the bottom. That's why this is funny to me that I'm even up here defending Tim Tebow, because We are leading a show, internationally shown television show, with an A block that's based on a first level cut. From 90 to 85, first round of cuts. We never do that, because you know why? These dudes don't count, including Tim Tebow. But Tim Tebow was in violation of his code with Urban Meyer. Now, Urban Meyer's sitting there like, damn it, don't give them a reason that leaves me no choice. And he did. Okay, now that's why Tim Tebow got cut. That's why I understand why they did it. But did he deserve an opportunity? Oh, absolutely. Let's get into this opportunity conversation. All right, first of all, let me just preface everything by saying I never get bothered by a sorry player or a player in transition or a player fighting his way onto a roster being on the team with me. You know why? Because that's for the sorry players to worry about. I'm not bothered by Tim Tebow being the 90th man, unless I'm the 89th or 91st man. Everybody else on the team is sitting there like, Coach, it don't matter what's going on at the bottom. Matter of fact, it's not going to happen in the second round of cuts. Even the third round of cuts, there are a couple guys you're going to sit there and say, oh, him? Damn, we could have used him. But be real about this. Once week one starts, Coach is still going to sit up there as you address the camera as Urban Meyer and still be talking to some sorry players. All 53 ain't playing. All 44 ain't playing like that dress. Dog, there's like 30-some dudes that play. And of those 30, not all of them are playing well. So the point of us now taking Tim Tebow and using him as a poster child of how to be inept with your opportunity is kind of laughable, because it happens all the time in the NFL where we are dressed up and spread with guys who just can't live up to the task.
But here, you hit the nail on the head with the first few sentences of your take. Tim Tebow is like the owner's son who has the job but shows up late with coffee stains on their shirt. It's like, bruh, I could have kept you employed, but you can't stick out that bad.
I feel you.
And the problem was Tim Tebow stuck out that bad.
Did he?
He did. Oh. And here's why. I'm going to tell y'all a quote that I know Marcellus Wiley has heard. I don't know if y'all have ever heard it. Shahid Khan, the owner, he may be able to lie to us. Head coach Urban Meyer, he may be able to lie to us. The Jaguars players, they may be able to lie to us, but you know what they say, Sel? The big eye in the sky, it don't lie. The big eye in the sky don't lie. What is the big eye in the sky? It is the camera. It is the game tape. It is the film. And as I look at it, the film done told the truth about Tim Tebow. Staff tried to lie to us. You know, he's in good shape. He looks really good. He can come in here and contribute.
Come on, man.
Ownership tried to lie to us. You know what? He's been a leader. He's been this. He's a savvy veteran. But the big eye in the sky, it has never told a lie a day in its life. And it told the truth on Tim Tebow at the tight end position.
Let's go.
Other thing you got to remember is this, Sel. Tim Tebow was the 90th man on the roster. He wasn't 83rd. He wasn't 82nd, not 81st. You had to release 5 people by today at 1 o'clock. 3 of the Jaguars that were released were waived injured. The other 2, one was Tim Tebow and one was a cornerback out of the University of Georgia, which means Tim Tebow was either the 89th or 90th man on the roster. What was the reason? As Cardi B said.
What?
Why was he there in the first place?
Every team has 90 guys
90th
to start.
Man on the roster.
What's wrong with that?
Because what he did is he stole 16 plays from somebody.
No, he didn't.
How did he not?
No, he did.
He stole 16 plays from somebody. Stole a job from somebody. He stole competition from somebody. So you know there is nothing worse. Sorry, we got to talk ball on this show, y'all. There's nothing worse than going up against somebody, and I'm not saying this is Tim Tebow, but
say it if it is.
There's nothing worse than going up against somebody who's so sorry that you wasted a rep. Can I take you there for a second?
I'm listening.
Can you go back to the late 90s, go back to the early 2000s, go back to the
late 90s? I'm so old.
There's nothing worse, Sel, than when you know this, you go up and y'all do one-on-ones. Sel, get up here. I don't know what they called you. Maybe they called you that dude. That dude, get up here, get up front. You go up to the front of the line. You put your hand down. You know
wait, I took a lot longer than that.
He put his hand down. He probably got that hand back.
You already know that
thing got his hand back.
Cocked and ready.
And you go up against the third string offensive tackle. You don't even have to give him a move. You just strictly beat him with speed. You get a sack. You're like, I didn't even get better that rep.
Well,
you just wasted
my confidence
that rep. Confidence may have. You didn't even get to work on technique. No slap, rip, no club, no long arm. Think about it. If you went up against Tebow in camp.
I'm not going to let you do it.
I didn't even get better.
I did get better. I'm going to tell you why. There's more pressure going against the third string dude than the starter who's a beast himself. You know why? Because there's no way I should lose that rep. I hate it. You actually took me to a place I used to hate. Why am I going against Sorry? It's only upside for him. Now, I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm going to get some confidence because I just went by him. Everybody going to say, ooh, Wiley going to get 900 sacks this year. No, I'm not. And 2, I don't get to play against these type of guys. And 3, there was a slight chance that kid who was a 5-star at Auburn, who was a 7th rounder in the NFL, could have just caught me slipping.
No.
And then all of a sudden, everybody giggling at me. How you let him block you? I used to hate those moments. Let me tell you another moment I hate. This moment right now. Because we are talking about a 90th man on the roster. Last time I checked, all 32 teams have 90 men on their roster before this moment. Last time I checked, the only people bothered by the 90th man is 89 and 91. So if you sorry, you mad. Because Tebow took your opportunity. But let me remind you, sorry player, that he didn't take jack from you. Because the cream rises to the top. And guess what? The dreams, they sink to the bottom. So if you just out there being a dreamer and you can't ball, guess what? You're going to be like Tim Tebow. Get your butt cut. Now let's talk about Tim Tebow, why he should have had an opportunity like he did. Because he didn't stick out that bad. I keep reminding you.
Huh?
Here's the tight end room.
He didn't stick out that bad?
Tyler Davis, how many career catches does he have? He's higher than him on the depth chart. How many career catches? Oh, yeah, you ain't saying nothing because that's how many he has. 0. How about Ben Ellison, who's higher than Tim Tebow on the depth chart as well? How many he have? Oh, you said something. That's 1. That's right. 1 career catch. And let's talk about Chris Manhurst. Oh, he out there getting it. 12 career catches in a career in your 6th year and 6 last year. So he doubled his damn production in 1 year. Oh, Tim Tebow had an opportunity. He just messed it up. Now, let's talk about this. Since we watched the preseason game and we highlighted Tim Tebow, did we highlight the fact that the number 1 depth chart, Chris Manhurst, only had 1 catch? Nope. Did we highlight his blocking? Nope. What about Luke Farrell? 1 catch, 2 yards. Nope. Ben Ellison, no catches.
You're lying.
We're not doing none of that. Oh, look, I'm going to give you this. I didn't see Tim Tebow in practice. I need to help you. I didn't see Tim Tebow in practice. I don't know if he had bricks with fingers for hands. I don't know if he couldn't block in practice. But I know that this is upsetting me because if you brought Tim Tebow in to transition to a new position and to truly make this team, he should have more lives than that based on this tight end room.
No! Sal, don't lie to the audience first and foremost.
I'm never lying.
I don't judge every defensive end by the number of sacks they have. And you know that better than me.
Largely I do, though.
Sure,
okay,
but not
that's why I got cut.
Because I also want to know, how did they play the run?
No, you don't keep your job playing the run.
But you can lose it not playing the run.
Yeah,
you can lose it not playing the run.
Keep it if you get them sacks, no matter what you do.
That is fair.
I can
that
jog
is fair.
on the field.
But what I'm not going to say is this.
Okay, go.
None of the other tight ends had catches, thus they're the equivalent or near the equivalent of Tim Tebow. Because you can't compare everybody that has sacks. Some defense, Tim Tebow got cut because he could not block in such a manner that stuck out like such a just a sore thumb.
I'm giving you that.
You said it. That's why I'm not even mad at you. You said it. Tebow, you didn't have to be good. Just don't be bad. And the problem was he was bad. Tim Tebow had to be released because everybody is watching that tape and saying, Coach, you can't keep him on the roster.
That's not why.
If you keep him on the roster, what does that say about what we're building here in Jacksonville?
What are y'all building in Jacksonville? What have you built?
Now at least they're building something.
No, do that to Jacksonville.
Here's why I speak so passionately about this matter. Because you, at least at some point in time, were the 5th person on the roster, maybe the 4th person on the roster, maybe the 3rd person on the roster. You might have even been the 1st. But there's a quarterback on the team, so it's hard for me to believe.
But it was Drew Brees. He was young. But you were there. I'll give you that.
I was only ever from the 35th to like the 60th person on the roster. The reason I say 60th, 2 times in my NFL career, I made the team after final cuts, and I got released on Monday of game week.
Okay.
So that lets me know I was right around 53rd, because I made the team, got cut. So I know the plight of the bottom of the depth chart. I know the plight of the person competing against Tim Tebow. I walked up to my special teams coach, Dave Fitt, before training camp in Philly, and he said, hey, Acho, you have your work cut out for you. I do believe you can make this team. So I speak from a place of Tim Tebow has been robbing somebody their special teams reps. And you can make the team on special teams.
How is that a rob?
Because you saw Tebow couldn't play the position.
I saw he couldn't block.
I saw he couldn't play the position. and they saw he couldn't play the position.
But then that's why you let him play
out there for.
Hold on, talk about Acho. Some people are gamers. Respect that. Let's not argue so much that we don't respect. Some people don't practice
But
well.
Tebow is a practicer.
I don't know that.
Well, you do because of his Florida speech. I promise that from this day forward, we will be the toughest practicing team in football.
And that was said after a game.
Then this day forward. So you know he a practicer.
I don't know that. Okay, I just got to keep it real. Tim Tebow only robs those who already been robbing themselves. If you on the borderline of the NFL, ain't nobody loving you. Ain't nobody got no. First of all, get equality out your head, brother. This ain't equal. So Tim Tebow, I don't know if he deserved an opportunity, but he got an opportunity. Now, that opportunity is only robbing somebody who probably doesn't deserve it or just barely got one in the first place. So who is he robbing? Somebody who has nothing?
I hate that speech.
No.
I hate that speech.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because you're killing me in word count right now. We're talking two different NFLs, and I respect that. But you don't get cut in the NFL because of bad blocks. What we saw that went viral. You get cut when you don't want to commit to blocking. There's a huge difference.
Fair.
A bad block is this. Oh, God, Lord, what happened to me? A bad block is this. Oh, I whiffed on him. But when you don't want to commit, when you don't want to stick your nose in it, when you don't want to go out there and see how hot it really is in that building, then coach is looking at you like you gave them a viral moment. This is another viral moment. Because Tim Tebow got cut on the first round of cuts and is leading every single damn show, which is asinine. But the point is, Tim Tebow should have known he had special circumstances. But I think Tim Tebow was also thinking because of those special circumstances, maybe I would have more lives.
I love this.
It was just a bad block.
Here's the beauty of this show, y'all. You get two completely different NFL experiences. You get top 100, you get bottom 100. But we both sitting at this desk. So y'all gonna get the entire spectrum of the NFL experience. You get cut in the NFL for a couple reasons.
Let's go.
And I know, because I've been cut more than you, so give me this one, big dog. You can get cut because you don't commit.
Yeah.
Or you can get cut because you are incapable.
Okay.
And Tim Tebow got cut, in my mind, because he was incapable. So I wanted to cover running backs as best as I possibly could. LaShawn McCoy, one-on-one, let's go, baby. It's me and you, Shady. But physically, anatomically, based upon my hips and the way in which they pronate inward, I was incapable of opening up like some other linebackers and getting out my break, T-step and coming downhill, etc. It wasn't a matter of want to, wasn't a matter of desire, wasn't a matter of mental. It was a matter of physical limitations.
Yeah.
At least physical limitations at the time. Tim Tebow was physically limited at the time from being able to do the job. And that is why he got cut, and that is why he needed to get cut, because somebody else is at least physically capable. You know what they say? I can't make you fast, but I can make you faster. I can't make Tim Tebow able to block. Give me somebody that can block. I can make you block better, but I can't make you block. I can't make you catch, but I can make you catch better. Tim Tebow was just incapable of doing it at this junction in time because he has no reps.
This could be the whole show.
It should be.
It ain't about all reps. I was a running back my entire life to my junior year in college. Kick returner and running back. Check the tape. All of a sudden, they come up to me one day. We got this all-world running back that we recruited. He gonna get reps. Marcellus, we don't want to rob you of your reps. You're our best player. But we think your future is on defense at defensive end. I made the transition. There was a fear that I wasn't ready for that transition. Because in the trenches, it's warfare. It's hood life, alley life, right? Running back is like everybody hitting you, but you got the ball. You got a chance to get away from all that. In the trenches, it's hog on hog, bro, all day, every day. They were scared if I was ready for that moment. Tim Tebow wasn't incapable physically of playing that position at 34 with his muscles. You know what he was?
I got muscles.
You know what he was? He wasn't predisposed and he didn't have the natural disposition to want to go in there and go get it. As simple as that. And look, I was ready to do it, so when they thought that I couldn't, it was like this. Oh, he ain't scared. I hate to say this. Tebow was scared.
No.
Yes, he was.
No.
It wasn't about physicality.
Here's
it wasn't
why.
about his age. It wasn't about anything anatomically. He, right here, didn't commit to what he had to go do.
Here's the thing.
And he should have been given more time to figure that out.
I will claim to at least know Tim Tebow better than the majority of people watching this show. Man. I would say I know him better than you. I played with him for 5 months. Obviously, I know him. of what y'all know about Tim Tebow, if we're going to doubt something, I would never doubt Tim Tebow's mental toughness or his mental application. I've given you the story before. We had to do drills in Philadelphia, something called Axon reps. It is a mental repetition game. Tim Tebow one day did 2,500 of the drills from one practice to the next. The entire linebacker room, all 10 of us, did 700 of those reps, to the point where we got cussed out because Tim Tebow, who's there, the third-string quarterback, is doing more repetitions of post-practice work than our entire linebacker room. That is, at least to me, a sign of mental application. Tim Tebow is the same Tebow who was seen with blood running down his face back at Florida. It's the same Tim Tebow who we know is mentally tough. I'm not going to say that Tebow was essentially implying that he was scared, or at least not mentally tough.
I'm not implying that. I'm saying that. I saw it.
No. Nothing about Tim Tebow says scared. Nothing about the history of Tim Tebow's life says scared.
No, not his life.
Capable.
His life changed. He got into a real game, and it wasn't even real. It was just the realest he ever been in. Preseason game as a tight end. Let me tell you, I used to play running back like this. I'm like, you ain't gonna get, oh, that hurt. Whatever, I'll be back. When you got your hand in dirt, and it's a man that looks like a security guard at the club, and he got 6 homies with him, and they all coming for you. Tim Tebow did not commit to that moment of truth. I give it to you like this. I always tell kids this. They're like, what's the scariest thing about football? I say it's this. Somebody gets off the bus, and you look at him, you say, he look like he can play, not that he can't play, right? And then you see him warming up, and you're like, oh, he look amazing. Oh, I know I'm good. I got my wristbands. I'm ready to war, too. And then that ball gets kicked off. And 80,000 people that used to be with you, they quiet. And you don't hear jack. And then it's you and him going at each other. I don't care about your workout apparatus. I don't care about your combine numbers. I care about, do you want it more than me? Now, you think that Tim Tebow wanted it? If they would have said, Tim Tebow, this one block is to determine the fate of your life, you think he gonna go up there and do this? He was scared.
Yes,
he was scared.
No, he couldn't. Sal, you could. I'm plugging up.
He was scared.
You could have told me. You could have said, hey, Acho, this one coverage repetition will save your life. You versus LaShawn McCoy, 2014 in Philly. It's not a matter of being scared that I can't guard him. He is cut on a dime by his Instagram and Twitter handles for a reason.
We got to get out of this.
I am not.
All I know.
It's not a matter of fear.
You stop comparing yourself to Tim Tebow.
I'm comparing the physical limitations.
No, that was not a physical incident right there. That was a mental incident.
No, sir.
I'm trying to tell you, I've seen him. I lined up against him. They helped me get paid. I know it when you don't want it. He just didn't want it.
You don't know what it's like to be sorry in the NFL. So stop talking about sorry people in the NFL.
Come up in the
you leave that to me.
I know what they look like, though.